Yo, what's up guys, Impulse here and welcome back to another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. I've just about recovered, so I'm going to start commentating on these battles again that I had before I was ill and try and get them out and get some new ones in. So today I'm going to be battling Xavier, and as you can see from my team, I'm using a Donphan, a Mew, a Gengar, a Landorus, a Tornadus and a Chansey, and my opponent's using a Primarina, Aerodactyl, Mudsdale, Serena, Salamence and a Vikavolt. I nearly said Zoobs because of my nickname for Salamence. If you want to be featured in a battle, go ahead and drop your FC down below, let me know what's going on, and yeah, we'll try and sort something out. I know I've got an upcoming battle where I get absolutely mauled by hacks, and that is going to be a fun one to commentate. But yeah, let's get back to the battle. So I am challenged by Xavier. I'm going to send out O-Relay, and my opponent is going to lead with Drag Queen the Primarina. So it's not a very good situation for me to be in off this lead. I thought it was going to lead with something else. So I'm going to bring this back. I'm not going to be able to set up my rocks just yet, and I'm going to go into Chansey to completely wall this thing. I know that it can't touch me. It actually does some decent damage, and it reveals that it's got a life orb. So he's going to withdraw knowing that he can't touch me, and he's going to go into his Mudbray. And I decided to set up a Toxic, get some damage over time on that thing, because this Chansey I believe is not the best set. Anyway, so he's going to take some poison damage, and I'm going to withdraw because I don't want to take beats. So I go into Landorus figuring I can get an Intimidate drop, I can avoid the Earthquake if he's got it, and the Heavy Slam might not do too much, but he goes for the Low Sweep. So that's going to do not very much at all. It's going to lower my speed, but that's not too much of an issue. So he's going to take some more damage, which is fine. We're slowly building up some residual damage, and I'm going to go for the knockoff to get rid of those leftovers. So he's going to get the stamina off, but that's not much of an issue because the real threat is the poison. But he actually reveals that he has got counter, so we are going to take a ton of damage. It's almost going to KO me, which is really bad. So I'm going to switch out and save this guy for a little bit later, and bring O-Relay in. He goes for a Rock Slide, but that's fine because we resist that. We've got the leftovers, and after that we're going to be back to full, and he is going to look a lot worse for wear. Poison's racked up to the point where he can't really do anything now unless he's got rest, and I've got fingers crossed that he hasn't. I go for the Stealth Rock because I figured it was the best time to get it in there, and he goes for his high horsepower. Obviously I'm physical, I'm a physical wall, physically invested, that's not going to do anything. So we're able to take down his Mudsdale. Nearly said Mudbray because of the nickname. And now he's going to want to bring in his Serena, which I kind of figured anyway, but it's fine. It's going to take some rock damage, and I know that I can't use Ice Shard, which I have got on this thing because of its ability, which I can't remember the name of now. So I go into Queenly Majesty, that's the one. Go into Mew, and he goes for his Rapid Spin, obviously making a prediction of the switch, figured he'd get a free turn up. He's going to go out into his Vikavolt, and I go for the Will-O-Wisp to try crippling his Serena. Get the burn off on this thing, which is not the worst thing in the world. Obviously I would have preferred to have Toxic on it, but I'll settle for the burn. So I know I can't stay in case he wants to go for his Bug Bust, so I'm going to go out into Chansey to eat that up. But he actually makes a double switch and goes into a Drag Queen, maybe predicting O-Relay to come back in. He realises he can't do anything, so he's going to switch out yet again, and I'm going to go for the Toxic once again. Get the Toxic off on Serena, and yeah, I'm just hoping to chip away its HP a little bit. So I'm going to switch out and go back into Mew, because I have got knockoff, which I planned on using, but he reveals that he's a full status like support type and cleric, I guess, and he gets rid of all the statuses. So I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp because I've got no reason not to get some damage on this, and if it wants to attack, which it does, and goes for the drop kick, it's not going to do a great deal. We lose attack, but that's not an issue. So it's been a little bit back and forth, and so far it's been a pretty good match. So I'm not quite sure what he wants to do this turn. And he goes out into Salamence as I go for my knockoff. I'm gonna knock, when I knock off, it shows that it's not got an item, so I kind of poop myself a little bit, and he reveals that he's got his Z Crystal. At first I was like, it's Mega, what? But no, it's his Z Crystal, and he goes for his Devastating Drake. Devastating Drake is going to be quite devastating. Does a lot of damage, but we're able to survive, and I'm going to fire off a Will-O-Wisp against this thing. I know he's got his healer in the back, but even still, it's good to force my opponent into going out to do that, which gives me a turn or two to do what I want to do. Figuring I could survive another hit, hopefully, I go for the Soft Bile, but he actually switches out into Vikavolt, so I'm able to get a free recover. Now I know I don't want to stay in against this thing again, just in case, so it's time to switch back out. I go back out into Chansey as the go-to guy because it's fat, and he goes for the Thunder. Thunder connects and it does a decent amount of damage, and I go for the Seismic Toss. Gonna start chipping away at that HP. I know that it can get Roost, but I wasn't really concerned. He goes for a Volt Switch and switches out. He goes into Aerodactyl, and I don't really want to stay in against this thing. So I go out into Relay, figuring it can take anything it wants to throw at me. Aerodactyl's going to Mega Evolve, and now it's got its Tough Claws bonus and all that good stuff. Not sure if it will going to go for a Horn Claws, but he actually just goes for a Stone Edge, I guess, to try and take Chansey out straight away. Not going to do too much though, and we're going to be able to recover that off. So he's going to go for his Ice Fang. It does a lot of damage, but we're not too bad. I go for a Stealth Rock to get it up for a little later. And yeah, I know that I've got the Ice Shard on this thing, so I should be able to do some decent damage. So I go for the Ice Shard, and it actually doesn't do anywhere near as much as I thought it would. I thought it would do well over half, but I guess because of Mega Aerodactyl's bulky waist, it gets a little bit more points because it's Mega. It's able to survive it nicely. So I'm just going to go for another one and get as much damage off on this thing as I can before bringing in my next guy. Ice Fang's going to come and take out Aurelia. And now I'm going to go out into Landorus to get the Intimidate on it. Nothing on my team outspeeds this thing, so I was kind of thinking what I wanted to do. And I thought that he'd probably just go for an Ice Fang and it'd probably kill me, but he actually ends up switching out and goes out into his Salamence. He gets his Intimidate off on me as I switch out into Mew, trying to bait his attack and maybe get some more Intimidate drops on the previous Smon. But that's not how it's going to play out, so now Salamence is back and we know that it can't touch me, so he's going to withdraw and go out into his Serena. Figuring it's a good time for him to set up his Aromatherapy or Rapid Spin. I'm going to switch out and go into Landorus, get that Intimidate drop on it, which doesn't really matter too much, and yeah, we're going to take it from there. So I'm going to U-turn because it's free. And it's going to take out his Mon. Serena goes down and I'm able to get some momentum and take out its Cleric, which is going to be fantastic, meaning he can't get rid of those statuses, can't get rid of the Stealth Rocks, and it's all going to start racking up. Stealth Rocks does a nice amount of damage, and yeah, I know it's time to switch out once again. I go out into Mew to take the hit to see what he wants to do. He goes for the Stone Edge. It lands and it does some good damage, but he doesn't quite get the crit. So I'm hoping he doesn't get the crit, else that's going to devastate me really badly. And he goes for the Stone Edge again and it hits once again, and we're able to survive, so I go for the Will-O-Wisp. Since my only other attacking move is knockoff, I didn't think it was going to do enough, and I'm not exactly invested into attack. So I figured the residual damage is the best bet. I'll get a recovery off, and if I can survive, then yeah, it'll all be good. Because of the burn lowering his attack by half, I do survive and I'm able to recover all that damage right back off, and his Aerodactyl is going to go down to the burn. So controls kind of shifted, I kind of got it back, but there was a point where I was really scared of that Aerodactyl. So he's going to bring out his What Beetle, which is Vikavolt, which I forgot the name of again. And obviously I don't want to stay in, I'm going to switch out, but he just goes for his Bug Buzz, and obviously it's not going to do enough to take me out, even though it does a lot. So he's going to bring it back again and switch out back into his Salamence, which is going to take a ton of damage and get its Intimidate off, which doesn't really matter, and it's going to give me an opportunity to heal up. So with the battle closing round to an end, he realises he can't do anything to me now, and he kind of just forfeits the match. So good game, Xavier. Quite an interesting turn of events there. You probably would have had the game in the bag if you didn't switch out Aerodactyl. So I'm not quite sure what your thought process was there, but nevertheless it was still a good game. Anyway guys, if you have enjoyed this video or learned something useful, go ahead and mash that like, share and subscribe buttons, and I will see you guys in the next video. Laters!